guys? It's Earth from B-Side. Today we have here a 2024 Ford Bronco. We're going to be installing our plug-and-play ShiftPower Throttle Response Controller. I know we did one recently on a Ford Ranger. We're very excited to do on a Ford Bronco today. And if you guys don't know what our ShiftPower Throttle Response Controller does, it's actually a plug-and-play device where you connect it between your acceleration pedal and the connector that goes in the acceleration pedal, and it gives you full control of how much throttle response you want in your vehicle. For cars like this that has a laggy bottom end, it's perfect. Plug and play, it takes 5 minutes to install, and you will instantly feel the difference. Your car will have much more throttle response on the bottom end, and that is where this vehicle lacks the most. So we're very excited to install this today, and we'll show you how well it does. So let's stop talking, let's go inside the car and get it installed. All right guys, now before we get started on our installation, we gotta make sure that your car is asleep. After driving your vehicle, come outside, lock your vehicle, unlock it, leave the driver's side door open like so. Take the key far away where it can't detect your car. Wait about 10 minutes and you can come back in your car and install the ShiftPower Throttle Response Controller. This is very important to ensure that there's no signals coming through the acceleration pedal, because if you unplug it while there's a signal coming through, it may throw a check engine light upon your first initial installation. So to prevent this, we have to make sure that your car is asleep and there's no signals coming through the acceleration pedal. So once we've done that, let's go inside the car, let's grab our kit, and let me show you the rest of the installation. All right guys, so here is the SP04, and let me show you what's inside. You'll find the module that's connected to the harness, and you also find the button which will connect here, like so. All right, and all we have to do is locate the connector behind the acceleration pedal, unplug it, and we are going to plug one side to the acceleration pedal, the other side to the original harness that was connected to the acceleration pedal. So that's all we need to do, and after that we just need to route the button to our desired location and set up your phone, and that's it. Very easy. All right, so let me dive in to where the acceleration pedal is and locate the connector behind the pedal, and it's right there. It's very easy to remove. Okay, so the release tabs on the left, there's this, just pop that up, and then there it is. All right, and then let me grab our kit. So right here, just as I mentioned earlier, just connects all plug and play. All right, and lock that in. My bad. And once again, we'll grab the other side. All right, so next all we have to do is clean this area up, and we are going to use our zip tie and organize it. Just make sure it doesn't get in contact with this part here. This moves while you're driving when you turn your steering wheel, so make sure it doesn't interfere with that part of the vehicle. All right, we'll just leave it to the side for now, and for us to show you how it works. All right, so we just finished installing this. Next step is to organize the wires, and after you do that, you also want to route this button to your desired location. There's a few different places you can route this to. They're mostly going to be on this side here. This panel here, it's very easy to remove. Just place your hand down here and just pull it down. There's just clips holding it, so you can put it down here. Okay, that'll be a bit hidden while you're driving. You won't be able to see it. But if you want to see it to ensure you know which mode you're in, you put it right here, right next to the start button. You could even put it up here as well, right there. So there's many different places that you can mount on this. I recommend not putting it on this panel here, then you have to remove this, which is a little bit more work, but this part here drops easily. So you can put it anywhere here. And of course the wire is going to be routed from the back side behind this panel. All right. All right, so the next step, we want to download the app. It's called the ShiftPower App. So just go to your app store and search ShiftPower. All right, and it'll be this ShiftPower by Favtech, and we downloaded it. So you open it, this is how the app looks. And while you're here, let's First, make sure the car is on. All right, and we have the button showing the LED, which confirms that it's turned on. Select the car icon. We are going to connect it, and it will ask you for the Bluetooth pairing request. So when you do, go inside your booklet and enter it. There it is. We found your select a new car. Let's select the Ford Bronco 2024. All right, cool, there it is. So once this device is synced, every time you press the button, it will cycle through different modes. And while it's cycling through all the different modes, you'll notice that the LED color on the button also changes as well. And you can also take your finger and drag it, all right, and change it in 1% increments, which is really, really cool. And you can also utilize these buttons here to jump to all the different modes. And on top of that, there's of course, the valet mode. All right, this restricts the amount of acceleration so that the valet driver cannot floor the vehicle. You can also lock the throttle. Basically what this does is, no matter how much gas you put in, this shows you the amount of input I'm giving, that the car engine will not accelerate. So this works as a mobilizer for an additional level of anti-theft security. All right, and off is just turning off this device to go back into the factory mode. And we have a few of these type of videos where it shows you in detail how the app works. So the most recent one is the one we made for the Porsche. So if you like, you could go ahead and check that video out as well. All right guys, so now let's go for a test drive and just show you how this works. And first, everything is gonna be turned off. All right. Okay, so this car has many different driving modes already. Our ShiftPower Throttle response controller will stack with the factory driving modes. And the main reason we want to install the ShiftPower Throttle response controller on this car is because there's acceleration lag on the bottom end. So let's first drive this vehicle in sports mode and let's see how it is. The car just feels heavy on the bottom end. Like when you first press on the accelerator, it feels like it's trying to pull something very heavy. And because of that, say that you're pulling out an intersection and there's a lot of cars coming through, you might have a more difficult time just merging in, just going into that lane. Or when you're entering a freeway and you're trying to catch up with everyone's driving speed, you might also have a difficulty in doing so. So this is when ShiftPower comes in handy. So we're gonna make a right turn here. We're gonna go and we're not gonna floor the vehicle. We're just gonna drive it normally, a little bit more, with a little bit more acceleration, just so we get a feel of how the car feels. Let's change the modes. Okay. So right now, still turned off. Okay. We are gonna go straight to race. So this is the most aggressive setting, and the factory setting is still on sport, and we have it on race here. So they're gonna stack on top of each other, and right away, I mean, the car just feels so much lighter. I feel like I just took 1,000 pounds off the car, and the car just feels so much more happy just by changing this setting right now. And it's pretty amazing what a push of a button can do after you install the ShiftPower Throttle response controller. And even just trying to keep up to speed or just cruising, I don't need to press on the acceleration pedal as much, and that just makes it a more comfortable driving experience where you don't have to keep your feet down. Yeah, the car feels really good. So much better than the factory tune. I'm gonna go to eco mode and I'm gonna put the ShiftPower to race. So we have customers that like to do this. They told me that they could keep their good gas mileage from using eco mode, but at the same time not sacrifice the throttle response. Right now we are driving in eco mode, but we have the ShiftPower on the race mode. Because of that, I mean, the car drives great. Okay, so let me bring this down a little bit. So the car's still in eco mode, and we're gonna bring it down to like sports mode on ShiftPower. Actually drives pretty nice. So if you're gonna use eco mode in your car, Then on ShiftPower, I recommend using around Sport. Seems to be the sweet spot. Anything over that, of course, you're gonna get more acceleration. You'll get more throttle response by putting the car into eco mode and our device sport mode compared to just putting it into the normal mode of the vehicle. Let's try eco mode on ShiftPower. Oh yeah, I feel it lagging already. I'll put on eco mode on ShiftPower and eco mode on the car. So double eco. Are we gonna get more miles per gallon? I don't know. I might have to drive this car for a bit in order to find out, but the car does feel very, very laggy, very, very slow. I'm accelerating. The car doesn't really wanna go, which is expected because we're using the eco mode on both the vehicle and the ShiftPower. All right, so we are here in the parking lot and let's try the valet mode. So this is when you drop off your car to a valet driver and you want to make sure they don't floor your vehicle. All right, so here it is. So you can adjust the valet mode depending on the vehicle. So I'm gonna put it all the way down to 15. This is gonna be like giving him nothing. So yeah, I'm flooring the car right now. And the car is going 13, 14 miles per hour. And I'm flooring the car. Flooring the car right now for about a good few seconds. And yeah. Yep. Your valet driver is gonna go in, gonna try to drive your car, and they're gonna think something is seriously wrong with your car. Most of the time, they're just going to be driving your car in the parking lot, and you don't need to drive that fast to park your vehicle inside a parking lot. So that is where the valet mode comes in handy. Put this valet mode back to 30%. Next mode we're going to do is the lock mode. So lock mode works as a immobilizer. You could turn this on when you get out of your vehicle. So if a thief gets in your car, turns on the engine, and they are ready to drive off with it, and they can't. They put it into drive, nothing. The car will roll if you have an automatic. Recently we had a customer who had the vehicle in the lock mode, but they're in Long Beach, almost got his car stolen. The thief went in, broke into his car, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. They abandoned the vehicle and the car was retrieved, and the car did not get stolen. It was just down the street. All right, so these are the type of testimonials that we love to hear. Just shows that we're taking a part in the big issue we have in the US right now is car theft, especially Kias, right? A lot of Kias are getting stolen. All right, let me park my car here while I roll into our space. All right, guys, yes, so I went through all the modes. I try to be as detailed as possible in this video on how the different modes from ShiftPower interacts with the car's driving modes. It's very, very cool. You can get your car to drive exactly how you want it. You can change the modes on the go. So while you're driving, you can change. You won't have any issues. And on top of that, there's all these other cool features that you can use while you drive and enjoy your vehicle. All right, so let's go back into BeatSonic and then let's return to our home base. All right, guys, well, that concludes our installation, also demonstration on how this device works. When I first drove it, I thought this car just has so much lag on the bottom end. And this takes care of all that with this simple plug and play solution. On top of that, it's under $200. Super affordable. And the best news is this product is in stock at BeatSonicUSA.com. If you would like to purchase it, you could go on to BeatSonicUSA.com and we'll be able to ship it out to you right away. Well, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate all the support and all our followers and subscribers. If you haven't yet, help us by giving us that big thumbs up and also subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.